Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This Halloween tutorial is a collab with 3 other awesome channels here on YouTube, and we are teaming up to give you 2 looks in 1. I loved the first season of iZombie, so I wanted to show Liv, the main character, as her normal, albeit zombified self, as well as the side of her that you probably wouldn't want to meet in a dark alley, or ever, really. So I am starting that with the hair first. And that's because I opted for a spray to change my hair color. You could go for a platinum or bleach blonde wig, but her hair really verges on white, so went for the spray paint, and I am just spraying my hair all over. I did pin one side of my hair back since that is how she wears her hair a lot, and you want to make sure to style your hair however you want to before you put the spray in, because it will not move. It becomes very rigid and hard to style. Moving on to the makeup. All over my face for both of these looks, I am applying a mix of my everyday foundation with some white face paint. I use the white from Makeup Forever's Flash Color palette, but if you can run to the drugstore or wherever to get some cheapo white cake makeup, that works too. Then to set all that, I'm going in with e.l.f.'s Perfect Finish HD powder, which can leave a white cast when applying heavily. Go ahead and apply heavily because it will only help add to the pallor of your complexion. Liv's face makeup is very minimal and very monochromatic, but to give my complexion a little bit of extra depth and definition, I'm going in with a shimmery bronze tone highlighter to the tops of my cheekbones. That's not only going to make them appear more pronounced, but also contrast against the hollows of my cheeks, so you get that definition without needing a whole lot of products or overdoing it. Moving on to the eyes, I'm using the same base shade for both eye looks. This is Sunset from the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. Any matte palette you have will do for this look because I'm only using matte shadows. And I'm applying this first to both eyes because there is a hint of warmth and redness in her eye makeup that really emphasizes the redness in her eyes and just really makes her look a little sickly. So I figured it would be a great base for both. I applied it to my lid and lower lash line, and then I'm also using a fluffy blending brush to blend that up on the inner portion of my eye up to my brow to help my eye socket look like it's a shape similar to hers. Next, I go in and apply a couple coats of mascara to my top and bottom lashes, and then I go back into the warm eyeshadow from before and mix it with a soft plum shadow on a pencil brush and run it along my under eye area to give it that slightly tired, undead look. So that's it for her normal zombie look. To do kind of her more complicated scary look, I'm first starting with a black eyeshadow. This is the shade Noir from that Naturally Pretty palette, and I'm using a fluffy flat shader to apply that all over my lid up into my crease and also running it along my lower lash line, and then I'm finishing up the eyes with a black liner and running that along my waterline. After smudging that out slightly, I'm going in with a softer gray charcoal pencil, and I am using that to create these sort of vein things that come out when she's all angry zombie, and she has one on her forehead, so I'm just trying to recreate that kind of splits out across her eyebrow, and then she has another one along her chin, and I first did this one and then later realized that there is kind of a section that goes up towards her mouth, so I go in and add that later. Really, you guys can just do this however you want. It's gonna look scary no matter what. So once I use the liner to trace that out, I go in with some shadows, just a mixture of kind of plums in that warm shade, and I run it over those lines to give them a little bit more depth and dimension and interest. On to the final element of this look, I'm using some red spray blood. I picked this up at Party City. You're going to want to make sure to put some sort of drop cloth or clothing protection on, because just when you think you've gotten a clean spray, you can see it's kind of goopy, it will fall on you. Just like that, but that's why you have the drop cloth. So I just go in and I spray that strategically kind of around my mouth, around my forehead. There is no rhyme or reason, just wherever you think it looks good. Then I went in with my finger and I started smudging the start of those blood drips just so it looked a little bit more natural, like they had been kind of disturbed. It's totally up to you. You can do whatever you like. And then because this blood was coming off a little too bright looking for me, I went back into that black shadow, gave my fingers a few coats of it, and then sprayed my fingers so it kind of looked dirty and messy, and then kind of incorporated that into the blood on my face as well. So that is everything you need to create this iZombie look. Really hope you guys enjoyed this 2-look-in-1 format. Don't forget to go check out the other amazing videos and channels in this collab. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!